Hi friends, and welcome back. My name is Amanda, registered dietitian and mom of 2. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you my homemade Thai green curry paste, but kid friendly. So there won't be any green chilies in this curry paste. Now this curry paste, I love making it in advance and then storing it in an ice cube tray. And this way, I always have cubes of Thai green curry paste ready on hand. I don't like buying the pre-made ones just because there's a lot of, again, ingredients or preservatives that I'm not fond of, and especially with a child with food allergies, I prefer making it at home. Now with this curry paste, you can always add in green chilies if you prefer, especially if your family loves heat. All right, let's go ahead and assemble the green curry paste. You're gonna need your Vitamix or high-powered blender, but into the blender, we're gonna be adding in all our different ingredients today. So let's walk through what we're actually putting in. We have a combination of different herbs. So in order for it to be green curry, we need green. So we have a whole bunch of cilantro, Thai basil, then we're gonna get our aromatics in there. So we have lemongrass, we have galangal, ginger, lime, shallots, garlic, coriander seeds, salt, and then a touch of sugar. Let's start off with the greens. So you're gonna need basically a bunch of each because just use it all, easy peasy. Don't have to think about it. With the Thai basil, we have to pick off the leaves, so we don't wanna add the stem in there. So you're just gonna carefully, after you wash it all, just pinch off the leaves off the stem. Don't add the flowers in because you'll see some of them have flowers, so don't add that in, just the leaf. And then you can just discard the stem afterwards. With the cilantro, you're actually gonna use the leaf and stem, okay? So we're gonna add in all this Thai basil now into the blender. The cilantro, all the flavor, to be honest, is actually in the stem, or a lot of the flavor, majority. So just give it a rough rip across so it's smaller. Just add it right into the blender. You can definitely use your knife and run it through, but quickest, whatever's quickest, right? So we're gonna add that in. And then to this, we're also gonna add in a cup of chopped shallots. You can replace it with onion, but shallots is so iconic. And then we're gonna add in about 6 cloves of garlic. This is my pre-minced garlic that I always have in my freezer. And then we're gonna need some ginger and galangal. So with ginger and galangal, actually, you can actually use a vegetable peeler. I'm gonna need a big knob such as this, so give it a slice. And then the galangal, you want it almost double the size of the ginger. And you can also use your vegetable peeler just to kind of cut out any of the knobs. If it's too hard, just use your knife. Oh. And then you're gonna just take some of the any of the outer bits that don't look very pretty, just cut it off. Anything that looks like an eye. And then you're also gonna give that a slice. This ingredient really is a star of a Thai curry. Whether or not it's yellow, red, or green. So don't miss out on this ingredient. Really look for it. You find it usually in Asian supermarkets. You can also freeze it, so you always have it on hand. Then we're gonna add in lime zest and juice. Give your limes a really good wash before you use them, because we're using the zest and all. And give your lime a little bit of a roll. Get all those juices out. I also wash my limes in hot water, and that definitely helps to get some juice out too. Once you've made this curry paste, you can always adjust the flavors next time around if you like it more citrusy, more salty, more sweet, more cilantro-y, however you like it. All right, now we're gonna add the lemongrass. So lemongrass, this is a fresh lemongrass, but you also get it frozen. You're just gonna chop off the woody part. We're really only gonna be using these inner tender parts. So you just kind of open it up. And you're gonna use this part, basically the white parts of the lemongrass. The stems, you can actually keep it in the freezer. You can add tons of flavor using the stems. We're gonna add about all 4 of these, so just the bottoms. And then reserve these in the freezer. You can always add it when you're simmering your curry, so don't waste. And then just trim the ends off. And then take off the outer first layer. So again, you only want the tender parts, so anything that's too woody, just discard. And then just give it a rough chop. Add that all in. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of sugar. This is actually palm sugar, but you can use coconut sugar, you can use honey, you can even use apple in here, but about a tablespoon. And then about half a teaspoon of coriander seeds toasted. You don't have to add it if you don't want to, but it is pretty important in a curry. And then we're gonna add salt. You can use fish sauce, but my daughter is allergic to fish, so I'm gonna be using about 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. You could always add more salt later on. Now in this recipe, you can, if you have fresh kaffir lime leaves, you can add it in there, just remove the stem. I'm gonna be using dried ones when I cook because I don't always have fresh ones on hand, so I'm not gonna add it into the actual paste. I'll add this when I add in the coconut milk when I assemble the curry. So let's go ahead now and blend this all together. You gotta use your tamper. All right, let's see. You want it super, super creamy, just like so. Oh, it smells so good. All right, now you can transfer it into your ice cube tray. Don't fill it all the way up because it will expand. I'm gonna go ahead now and stick this in the freezer. And now with the extra lemongrass, I mentioned don't discard it. So what you can actually do is the top parts, I still like to cut off because you're really not gonna use them much, like the really woody ones. So I'm just gonna chop that off. And then I'll just discard the first layer. And just because my bag's not huge, I'm just gonna cut it into one more smaller piece. And then I'm gonna stick these ones in a silicone bag. And I actually have some lemongrass in here already because you can never not have lemongrass on hand. I also freeze extra ginger root because it makes it really easy to grate into stir fries. And then I just stick this in the freezer. So we're gonna leave the Thai green curry paste to freeze, and then I will come back and show you how I assemble it into an actual curry, along with some coconut milk and protein and veg. Since I have a little bit of leftover in the blender, I don't wanna waste it. I'm just gonna add a can of coconut milk in here. and just whiz everything together so I can get all the goodies left in the blender. Transfer the contents to the pot, add your favorite greens, and simmer until your vegetables are tender. You'll have a beautiful vegetable coconut curry. Once the ice cubes are frozen, transfer it into an airtight bag or container. The Thai green curry paste ice cubes will keep in the freezer for up to 3 months. After that, it will still be safe to consume, but the flavor and color won't be as vibrant. Go ahead now and prepare our Thai green curry. For this recipe, we're going to need a tablespoon of avocado oil or coconut oil, 3 tablespoons or 3 ice cubes worth of Thai green curry paste, a can of coconut milk, 2 dried or fresh kaffir lime leaves, a pound of protein. Here I'm using beef, but you can use pork, chicken, shrimp, tofu, tempeh, tofu pockets, or a mix. And then 6 to 8 cups of assorted veggies. I have baby bok choy here, carrots, shimeji mushrooms, as well as gailan juniors. Heat a pot over medium heat. Once hot, add in 1 tablespoon of oil and saute 3 tablespoons or 3 ice cubes worth of curry paste for 1 to 2 minutes or until fragrant. Add your protein of choice and stir to coat. Cook until partially opaque. Pour in your can of coconut milk and add in the kaffir lime leaves. Add in your vegetables and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until vegetables are fork tender. Adjust seasoning with additional fish sauce or salt if necessary. Serve the curry over rice or noodles. If you try this recipe, don't forget to tag me, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, relish every bite.